What's going on, guys? Kevin, Drew, and Chris here. We did watch the Oscars, and so we are making a video on our predictions and what we wanted to win and what actually did win.
And our slaps.
Yeah, and we will talk about the infamous slap from hell that Will Smith gave Chris Rock. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but we'll go over all of our options first, and then we will go over who actually won, and we'll talk about that a little bit for each category. We're going to talk more about the bigger categories. The smaller categories, like, visual effects and documentaries and stuff like that, we'll just kind of breeze over, because, they may have seen a few of them. I know I didn't see any of the documentaries or any of the short films, and I saw like half of the best pictures. I kind of slacked this year, guys. But they did watch more than I did. But we will breeze over some of the ones that we are not as enthused about, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the more important ones. All right? So which one do you guys want to start with? We do have a list on our phone where we marked off what we wanted to... Oh, we should go over the pointing system.
Yeah, there's a pointing system.
All right, so how we did this is we have a list of all of the categories and all the nominees, and we each chose two of the nominees who we wanted to win and who we thought was actually going to win. And depending on who won, you got a point for if you chose one of those categories for the winner. If there was a category where you thought somebody was going to win and it's the same one that you wanted to win, then you only chose that one option, and then for that category you got 2 points. So 1 point if you thought it was going to win, but you thought another one was you wanted another one to win. And 2 points if they were the same movie, in the same category.
So up to 2 points.
Exactly, up to 2 points a category.
I think we doubled it for best picture. We doubled it for best picture, right?
Yes, we also doubled it for best picture. So for best picture, the winner gets 2 points, and then if you thought the same movie was going to win that you wanted to win, then it's up to 4 points for best picture. Alrighty. Yeah. So where are we going to start?
I think we should just go right down the line and then do best picture.
All right. So we're going to start off with actor in a leading role. Who did you guys have? Let's start with Drew.
Well, I want Andrew Garfield to win, but I thought Will Smith was going to win.
I had the same opinion. I thought Andrew Garfield was going to... Or I wanted Andrew Garfield to win because he was great in Tick, Tick, Boom. Yes. But I thought Will Smith was going to win because, he was great in King Richard, and he also had a lot of buzz coming around him with the film. So I thought, the Academy would probably lean toward him.
I was the same way. I put down I wanted Andrew Garfield to win for Tick, Tick, Boom, but I was predicting that Will Smith would win for King Richard.
Perfect.
Yeah, we all saw King Richard here, right?
Yes. Yeah, we all did see King Richard.
We also Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yes.
So I really like Tick, Tick, Boom.
Since we all had the exact same opinion, why do we want Andrew Garfield to win over Will Smith?
I don't know. I've always been a good Andrew Garfield fan, but I've always seen more of his, action roles than his dramatic roles. I've seen some of his dramatic roles,
like the Spider-Man, and then the what was that war movie he did?
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, that kind of stuff. But I think Tick, Tick, Boom surprised me because I didn't know. Well, I don't think anyone knew he could sing.
Yeah.
And he was really good in that.
Yeah, I agree.
He learned to sing for the movie.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, because when Lin-Manuel Miranda went up to him, he didn't know how to sing, so he had a year to figure out how to sing.
That's something how Lin-Manuel Miranda said that him and Andrew Garfield, he went to the same, massage therapist, and he just, he was writing the movie at the time, and he asked the therapist, he goes, "Hey, can Andrew Garfield sing?" And the therapist was like, "Yup."
That's a funny story.
Personally, for me, though, I really liked both performances, Will Smith and Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield always puts in 110% no matter what he does.
Yeah. And
so does Will Smith, but Will Smith tends to play the same character over and over again, and which is great because, he built himself that way, and I like the way the character he plays. And while his King Richard was unique, it still felt a little bit too much like a Will Smith role for me to want him to win.
Like the whole tough guy, trying to protect people. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think this role for Will Smith was definitely a lot more, not really tough guy, but
not
definitely
tough guy. That wasn't the right phrasing. I didn't know how to put it.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, very charismatic guy. A very confident guy in what he does. And Andrew Garfield was kind of the opposite in his film, where he was more a guy trying to get this project done, but he didn't have a lot of time, or couldn't think of a song. So he showed the sort of anxiety that his character portrayed very well. Which is why I thought he was going to do a lot better, because there were scenes where he was, like the apartment scene where he was singing and dancing, and then there was also scenes like the diner scene where he was kind of freaking out, trying to figure out he was trying to figure out like what song to write, how to write it, this and that, and so the movie bounced back and forth between good and bad, and I thought it was really good of Andrew Garfield. He really kept up well.
When him and Vanessa Hudgens were singing that therapy song.
That is a really good song, yeah. Vanessa Hudgens was also really good in this movie.
Although, I kind of thought she was going to be in it more from originally, but she was only in, like, the, stage scenes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like she was going to be a more prominent figure in the movie, but she was only in a couple of the like performance scenes where he had performances in front of a crowd. It would have been I don't know if she was actually in like his life though, other than
her character. No, she was just supposed to be playing like the co-star in the stage show.
But she did well in the scenes that she was in.
Just my last thought is I do think Andrew Garfield like got Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent, and that's what Tick Tick Boom was about. I think he got him down not pretty well. He got him down really well. If you know Jonathan Larson and you know Rent, I think you would probably agree. And I also think Will Smith was very good in King Richard. I mean, I don't know too much about the Williams family. I know that they're the two Venus and Serena are tennis stars, but I didn't really know much about them from before. And then I didn't know that their father was the one that taught them tennis.
Yeah, same. I didn't really know that their father was the one that taught them, or that he was that strict on them. I also didn't know, fun fact, I think I read this somewhere, that one of their sisters actually produced the film. Yeah. She was one of the main producers on the film, and that's actually really cool, because it ended up winning Best Actor, nominated for the Best Oscar, for Best Picture. And it must feel really nice to create a movie about your own family and having it recognized really well, widely renowned as one of the best movies of the year. So I thought it was interesting to read that she was actually one of the producers of the movie. Yeah, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I know she was one of the ones that produced it.
Yeah. John Bernthal was also good in that movie too.
Oh, John Bernthal was amazing.
I forgot he was in that.
I love John Bernthal.
I love him in like pretty much everything he does.
The least John Bernthal role he's ever done.
No, but I love him in like pretty much everything he does. So
same. It was just kind of weird seeing the Punisher in tennis shorts, but
or like that guy from The Walking Dead. Shane from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but he was really good. All right, next category was the actor in a supporting role. Drew, what'd you have?
So I wanted Cody Smith McPhee to win, but I thought I was going to go to Troy Kutzer.
Okay. Of these films, the only one I watched was The Power of the Dog. So I wanted Cody Smith McPhee, but I thought Jesse Plemons was going to win.
I put that I wanted Jesse Plemons to win, and I would predicted that he won, but I was wrong. I think it was Troy Coaster, right?
Yes, Troy Coaster was actually the winner.
Yeah.
Drew, since you were the only one who chose Troy Coaster, do you want to talk a little bit about his performance?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch Cody, he does give a good performance. He plays the deaf father of a girl going to high school, and the struggle of the two of them kind of have like this clashing relationship, where she wants to go out and do her own thing, but he wants her to stay with them and help the family out. Which typical family drama stuff, but this is a little bit of a twist because him and his whole family is deaf except her, so it's almost like a necessity for her to be there in some way. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I thought Cody was a better actor, was the best one out of all the performances I saw. Cody. The reason I thought Troy was going to win was
Coda. Yeah. I thought you were saying Cody. I thought you were talking about an actor.
No, his name's Cody. Cody. Yeah, Cody Smith McPhee.
But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, the reason I thought Troy was going to win, though, is because he's pretty much won every other award. I think he won the SAG, he won the BAFTA, I believe he won the BAFTA. There's been a trend of him winning constant awards during the award season, so it seemed like the best route for him to go would be to win.
Yeah, I mean, if you sweep everywhere else, you're obviously probably going to take the Oscar, too, because nobody else stood a chance in any of the other, award shows. He's probably going to take it. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I definitely see that. I forgot he won like the BAFTA and the other stuff.
Yeah, he won most.
I didn't watch the BAFTAs, but I did hear that and I forgot. But I thought the reason I picked Jesse Plemons, well, one, I hadn't seen Coda yet at the time of the Oscars, so I didn't know anything about Troy Kotzer. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I like Jesse Plemons, who I did find out, by the way, is married to Kirsten Dunst. I know. Remember there was that whole joke when Amy Schumer called her a seat filler. Which actually they were in on it apparently, but I was like, "Oh, that's his wife." I didn't know, and then we were like, "Yeah, probably not." He is actually married to her.
I think they're engaged. I don't think they're married.
He called her his wife though.
I have no idea, but if they are married, that was if they were in on that joke, it was kind of a flat joke. It was a weird joke.
Yeah, it was a weird joke.
It definitely came off very awkward. A lot of the jokes from the Oscars came off awkward.
When they came out and said, "No, we were in on it. We knew."
Yeah. It was a very weird Oscar show, though.
It really was.
We'll get into that more after.
Well, yeah, because we have thoughts. But no, Jesse Plemons. Well, I think Cody Smith McPhee did a really good job. But I also I really like Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, I like him too. I think he was really good in Breaking Bad. I loved him.
Yeah,
he was,
I forgot he was in Breaking Bad before.
Yeah, he was such a jerk in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I thought it played perfectly because it was, he was like the perfect person for Jesse to hate, to absolutely just hate in Breaking Bad. And I thought it worked out really well. I'm also going to keep the mic a little bit over here because you have a very loud voice, and every time I bring it closer to you, it kind of spikes.
It
and I'm
peaks.
like,
yeah,
I'm like, let me just keep it over here.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
Drew's also very soft spoken.
It's on the setting for everywhere, so it can pick up every noise. So I don't think you have to move it back and forth.
No, yeah, you can just leave it.
Perfect. A little bit of technical stuff. So I'll just leave it right here, and we can all just talk.
In summary, I'm a loud person.
Chris is a very loud person.
I'm not.
But
Drew's not. So.
But I used to work at summer camp, so I kind of had to learn how to.
Exactly.
And now I guess I don't know how to not.
Yeah, I can go either way. I'm pretty soft spoken sometimes, but I can also be kind of loud sometimes.
I mean, I can be soft spoken, but not. I'm not. I don't think I am normally.
You're louder than you are soft spoken.
Yeah, I mean, I can be very.
Yeah. But anyways, back to our list. All right, how many points do we have so far? I know I only have one.
I have two.
They have one so far.
All right. So next we're gonna move on to the ladies. Actress in the leading role. Drew, who'd you have?
I wanted to be Kristen Stewart, but I thought it was gonna be Jessica Chastain.
I had one for both of them because I haven't seen any of these movies. But I'm a big Olivia Colman fan, so I went with Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter.
I put both for Kristen Stewart for Spencer. I really like the eyes of Tammy Faye, and I really like Jessica Chastain. I thought that was a fantastic movie. But from watching Spencer, I kind of was. I think I put it in my head. I was like, "That's definitely Kristen Stewart," because she was really good in that.
Yeah, when I watched, I didn't see Kristen Stewart. I saw Princess Diana.
Yeah, even the family was she nailed the mannerisms. Or no, it was the chef that when Princess Diana was alive, her personal chef. He came out and said people have tried in the past to not imitate her, but play her, but no one's got it as perfectly as Kristen Stewart did.
I've heard a lot about the two films. I've heard a lot about Spencer and about The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I haven't seen either of them yet, but they are on my list. So is The Lost Daughter. What are the other two? Being the Ricardos and Parallel Mothers are also on my list to watch soon. But I thought I'm a big fan of Olivia Colman. She was in one episode of Doctor Who, which was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was in the 11th Hour. She was Patient Zero for a little bit.
Yeah.
She was pretty good, and then I know she has a lot of other movies out there. But I love watching her on talk shows. She's hilarious on talk shows because she's like that sort of innocent mom who can just go rabid on people sometimes.
Yeah.
She has a lot of really funny stories on talk shows, like the Graham Norton Show. She's hilarious.
I love the Graham Norton Show.
Yeah, so I just wanted her to win there, but I can see why Jessica Chastain won. So I'm still on 1 point. I think Drew, you have a point from here, right?
Yeah, because I got Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Like I said, I liked Kristen Stewart. Like I said, Kristen Stewart was pretty much Princess Diana. Jessica Chastain did give him an amazing performance. And that whole movie felt like it was just one big Oscar campaign for her to get an Oscar, because she's the she's the star of the movie. She's acting her heart. Like if you watch the movie, like you don't recognize the way she looks, and she doesn't even sound like Jessica Chastain.
It's that makeup. God, it's hideous, but like in a good way. It's so good, but it's just like you're just like, oh God.
But we'll get into that category later.
Yeah, you're getting into.
Has she ever won an not Grammy? What's it? Oscar? Has she ever won an Oscar before?
No, I've heard people thought that she was snubbed when she didn't win for whatever movie she was nominated for, and people thought this was gonna be her like redemption for her not winning that Oscar years ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I don't, even if say Olivia Colman gave the best performance, I don't think the Academy would have given it to her because she already has like one Oscar. Yeah. So the Academy tends to like not do that multiple times.
That's fair, yeah.
Except for like Tom Hanks that one time.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about this one, obviously, because I haven't seen the movies. But I'm looking forward to watching them. I'm sure they were great performances for great movies. All right, let's move on to the next actress in a supporting role. Again, the only two I've seen, or actually I've seen more in this one than I have in the last one. I saw West Side Story and I saw King Richard and The Power of the Dog. So I chose for both Kirsten Dunst and The Power of the Dog. Even though I've seen 3, I was trying to get a little bit greedy and get 2 more points. And I ended up failing. So Kirsten Dunst did not win. Who'd you have?
I chose both for Ariana DeBose.
All right.
That's what I did too.
All right.
Ariana DeBose.
So
and
they
she
each
did
got
win.
2 points.
Yeah, we got 2 points.
Yeah, they each got 2 points. I got none.
So, just a quick interesting thing, and so she won. She played Anita in the Steven Spielberg one, and then in the original West Side Story movie, what is her? Rita Moreno, I think is her name, who played Anita in the original. She also won for when she played Anita too.
Nice.
So both Anitas have won for the same role. We're both actors. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. I think I saw the original in high school once. And I don't remember any of the actors. I remember one fight scene was when the guy got stabbed, and then that was it.
Natalie Wood's in that. She's the one that was on a boat with, I think Christopher Walken was on it, and then, what the hell is his name? It was like her boyfriend, and then somehow she ended up like in the water and she drowned, and they still don't know how it happened.
Is that a different movie from West Side
No,
Story?
it's true. No, that's how Natalie Wood died.
Oh, I don't remember. I was supposed to say I don't remember that part of West Side Story.
Yeah.
It's like Christopher Walken in West Side Story. What are you talking about?
He's just
Do you want to hit the touchpad real quick?
he's you're a jet. You're a jet.
Yeah.
So you saw West Side Story and you also saw Power of the Dog. Why did you think Kristen Stewart was better than Ariana DeBose?
Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yeah.
I don't know. I thought in The Power of the Dog she was definitely the star of the show. Like I thought, Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job, and Jesse Plemons and Cody Smith McPhee.
Yeah.
He did a great job too. But I thought Kirsten Dunst kind of stole the show with her, trying to be happy in front of the kid, but also like a sad alcoholic behind the scenes. And I just enjoyed every part of her portrayal. I actually didn't realize that she was like that down on herself until like I saw one of the scenes where she was secretly drinking behind a barn or something like that. From what I remember, but I thought she was just great in that show or in that movie. And then the whole thing with the Native Americans who walked by the ranch to try to buy something, and she kind of ran after them. I thought that scene was brilliant. But thinking back on it, I probably shouldn't have been as greedy because I did think Ariana DeBose did a great job, and so did I'm not gonna try to pronounce her name for King Richard.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, her. Because I don't want to mispronounce her name and disrespect it, so I'm just not gonna. But I thought
it's Ingenue. Ingenue Ellis.
Ingenue. There you go. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. I had to read it.
I thought they both did great. I thought Ariana DeBose was definitely great in West Side Story. People like Ansel Elgort, and he was great. The girl who played Maria was great. Yeah, I really like the guy who played the head of the Jets. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forget. But he was initially in talks for an Oscar nomination when the movie first came out.
He was,
but he didn't get anything.
Was it
really good?
Yeah,
I really liked his performance. I was surprised he didn't get nominated. But I definitely agree with the Ariana DeBose. I wanted Kirsten Dunst to win, and I thought she might have been able to win, but I'm also not, angry that DeBose won because I think she definitely deserved it though.
And I think she set some kind of record or something, or she made history is what they said for.
Oh, I don't think it was a record. She was the first ever
openly.
Yeah, I think she's the openly and don't burn me at the stake for this. I think she's the first ever openly gay woman of color to win an Oscar. If I'm correct,
I saw that. I
think I saw that on Instagram.
I don't remember what it was, but I don't know if you feel like you find it, you can put it.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll put. Or actually, Drew's editing this, so Drew put it right there.
Throw it in.
Yeah, he'll put it right above our heads.
Make it come out of Kevin's mouth. Yeah. Make it come out of Kevin's mouth.
Yeah, I'll just just make it good. But yeah, that's what I had. I also am still at 1 point.
I am at 3, I think.
I'm at 5.
Yeah, Drew's in the lead. Chris is in second, and I am in dead last.
Hey, you have any points yet or no?
He has one. Yeah.
Oh, you just said that.
I got Will Smith. Yeah, I thought.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm about to get a next one on this next category, the animated feature film.
I think we all got
this
one.
Was one that we all had strong opinions about.
Yeah,
we all had the same strong
opinions. We all had the same strong opinions, but we all got 1 point, I think, right?
Yeah. Drew, what did you have?
I wanted Mitchell vs. Machine to win. I thought it was going to be Encanto.
I had the same thing.
I also had the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Encanto is a really good... I mean, obviously, it was a good movie. It was nominated and it won. But, I don't know. I think there was just something about the Mitchells versus Machines that was just, I think it captured something about me more than, Encanto did. It really surprised me, honestly. I thought it was going to be, dumb.
Yeah, it's got this surprisingly beautiful, deep story.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really stupid originally and, bad and, really, a dumb... Not... I hate saying this, but, one of those dumbed-down kids movies. I hate saying that, but I feel like they do that a lot with kids movies.
No, I feel you. I thought definitely it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be that funny. It was definitely my kind of comedy, and I remember thinking, maybe I'll watch this, and I think it was Drew who watched it before me. He was like, yeah, it's actually has some good humor in it, and I was like, oh, well, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think it was, the funniest movie I saw last year.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I remember seeing, trailers for it, a few years ago, before COVID or something, and then I completely forgot about it because it didn't come out, and they stopped showing ads for it.
Yeah, I was surprised because I remember there was one part that always gets me when they were, I think the son was showing the robots his dog, and they were like, dog or chicken or something like that. Dog, chicken, loaf of bread, system error, and then they start freaking out. And then every robot that sees him freaks out the same way.
Those robots are so funny, and when they drew the faces on them.
Yeah,
so they could try to be yeah.
The faces were funny. But anyways, yeah, I think we can all agree we wanted Mitchell vs. Machines, but we got Encanto instead, which was not a bad show, which is not a bad movie.
Yeah, I mean, compared to Encanto, Encanto has that typical Disney style. You've seen it in Frozen, Moana, Tangled. I mean, the style's been used
Luca.
a lot. No, not with Lucas.
Not Luca. Sorry, that's
Pixar, we've seen that style a lot with Disney animation movies now. Mitchell vs. Machine had a very unique style to it. It was kind of Into the Spider-Verse-esque, but
it was maybe the same company, Sony Pictures animation.
Yeah, but I really liked that it was more unique looking than some of the animations we've recently seen.
Just real quick, of the other movies listed on here, Luca was good. I don't know why Raya and the Last Dragon was on there. I didn't think it was that good.
I liked Lion and the Last Dragon. I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was probably going to be Encanto or Mitchell vs. Machines, but I thought it was definitely good.
I don't think it was Oscar worthy though.
What other anime movie would you have nominated?
Exactly. Yeah.
Luca, maybe.
Luca's on there.
Yeah,
no, you mean it's not on there?
Yeah.
I don't know what other animated movies came out.
Exactly. So there's not a lot, and usually Pixar, you can tell all 3 of Pixar's movies last year are on there. So Pixar and it's Pixar and Disney Animation. They
the only
take
one that's
over.
Pixar's Luca.
They always dominate the category, though, don't they?
Yeah, they usually come out on top. I think last year Soul won, right?
Yeah, Soul won last year.
So good though.
And just a bunch of other ones before. And we're back. So we were originally going to make this a video podcast, But we recently learned that the camera that we're using has a time limitation because it's a DSLR camera and not a video camera.
It's a little more complicated than that, but that's the easiest way to explain
that's the pretty much basic way to explain it. There's a lot more than that, but we'll just explain it that way. So we're gonna turn this into an audio podcast. Drew is he's gonna make a lovely animation for you guys. Yeah, he'll make something for you guys to watch while we do this. All right. So where did we leave off? We just finished animated.
We were on cinematography.
So now we are on cinematography. All right. Drew, who did you think was going to
win? For cinematography, I thought it was going to be Dune, but I wanted Tragedy Macbeth to win.
Interesting. I thought it was going to be Dune, but I wanted West Side Story.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way as you, Kevin. I wanted West Side Story, but I predicted Dune. I originally had it the other way, but then I fixed it right before the Oscars started because I realized I meant that the other way. So I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, Dune took home, 9 Oscars? Six Oscars?
It took home the most.
Yeah, and it was for, every technical thing that it could have been nominated for.
That was great, though.
Yeah, I've only seen, the first, I think, half an hour of it. I haven't been able to watch it because I have a child, and it's kind of hard to watch things like that around him. But from what I saw, it was really good. All the set design, the costumes, everybody looked great. And all the technical things, I saw a few of the ships that looked great.
The Dragonfly thing.
Yeah, the Dragonfly ships. They looked great. Just everything looked fantastic.
That's so hard to do visually.
Yeah.
The wing with the motion blur, the way they did it's God.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a spectacle.
It was that director's first Oscar win, right? Well, not director. That's cinematographer's first Oscar win.
Who was the cinematographer?
Greig Fraser. He did the cinematographer of the Batman, I think.
Where are you looking at?
I'm looking at my mind.
Your mind's a very deep place, Drew.
Oh, I was like, which category are you looking at? I realized we were on cinematography. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, I just had a blank space moment. So anyways, the next one is costume design. Drew, what'd you have?
I wanted Dune to win, but I thought it was going to be Cruella.
True.
Didn't Cruella win?
It did win. Yeah, Cruella did win. I wanted West Side Story, but I thought Dune was going to win. And Cruella won, so I don't get a point for that either.
I don't get a point either because I said I wanted West Side.
The costumes in Cruella were good, and it's a Disney movie, and Disney, puts their pockets in ABC, and they're gonna win an Oscar in some random category.
Yeah.
That's not animation too. So Definitely. That was the one.
Absolutely.
Well, I said I had the same thing. I wanted Dune to win, but I thought West Side Story was gonna win. I haven't seen Cruella. I think that's why. I know when it was coming out and seeing the previews, I was like, oh, this looks dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of their live action movies, the Disney ones that have been coming out in the last few years. I had no interest in it, but then apparently it was good.
It has a lot of dumb moments, but it was better than a lot of the recent live action Disney movies.
Was Emma Stone good?
She was good. She was fine, yeah.
Emma Stone was in Cruella?
She was
Cruella. Who else was in that?
Oh, I'm thinking of Emma Watson.
She's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, she played Beauty and the Beast, so I was like...
She's Belle.
She's in both? What?
She played Beauty and the Beast? Both of them?
Yeah. I was so confused for a second there, but...
Have you ever seen the behind-the-scene images for Beauty and the Beast? The guy that plays the Beast, he's on these weird stilt things. Nice. And he's in a motion capture suit and it looks goofy.
Well, don't trash talk Disney, man. We want to get sponsors here.
For Disney?
From Disney itself, dude. I don't know about you, but I want to be in the next Pixar movie,
I want to be Buzz Lightyear.
Inside Out 2 called me. Alright, so we're going to kind of speed through a few of them here because they're pretty repetitive. Although some of them aren't, so we'll stop at the ones that aren't repetitive. So the next category is directing. Drew, what'd you get?
I wanted Risuke Hamaguchi to win for Drive My Car, but I thought it was going to be Jane Campion in The Power of the Dog.
True, yeah. I haven't seen Drive My Car or Belfast. I didn't really care too much for Licorice Pizza. I did go see that movie, if I'm being honest, a little bit intoxicated. And I was actually coming down from my...
Belfast?
No. Licorice Pizza, man.
Oh, yeah, that's my ale.
Yeah. I was actually coming down from about 3 edibles when I was watching Licorice Pizza. And fun fact, I actually watched Jackass right before I watched Licorice Pizza, and it was one of the funniest movies I've seen on 3 edibles.
Oh, it really was a good movie.
Yeah, it was really good. So Licorice Pizza, I was falling asleep, coming down off my edibles, so I'll have to watch it again, but I don't remember it really sticking out for me. But I did watch The Power of the Dog and West Side Story, and I thought West Side Story was going to win, and I wanted it to win.
I predicted. No, I was. What the hell did I do there? I don't know what I did here. Because I have an X there, but then I have two.
For those of you who are wondering, Chris is...
I'm stupid.
He's not stupid. His list is just a bunch of X's
because
everywhere.
I couldn't like get it to work doing it on my phone like Kevin and Drew did. I almost called you Andrew. And so I printed it out, and it's like it's kind of pixelated. It's hard to read, so I like.
Can I see? Can I figure out what you did?
Chris, next time just print out another one and then like put in your already put ones. You put 3 X's. You put 2 next to West Side Story.
You put 2.
No, there's a third X somewhere there.
You put 2 next to West Side Story, and then you put 1 next to The Power of the Dog.
So, you know what I probably did? Is I probably was like, oh, I'm predicting and I want West Side Story to win, but then Power of the Dog won, so I probably marked it off.
What actually won?
Power of the Dog, Jane Campion.
Okay.
Well, you put a check next to the one you got right, so you must have got it right.
Yeah, so it must have been one for you.
Oh, I must have mixed up when I was actually predicting.
Yeah, you mixed up, man.
I mixed up.
Uh-huh.
That sounded really bad. I just realized it.
So yeah, we'll give him a point for that one because he did get it. But yeah, I thought West Side Story because I liked a lot of the dancing and different scenes.
I know what I did. Sorry, I know.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just real quick?
We've already gone over this. What did you do?
I put the wrong color down for West Side Story is what I did, and then I didn't know how to correct it.
Good for you.
Good job, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm glad you figured that one out.
So what were you saying about West Side Story?
Sorry.
No problem. So I thought West Side Story was good because I liked a lot of the like dancing, singing scenes where, like on the boat when Tony took the gun from the rest of the Jets and he was kind of like taking it away from them. I thought the camera followed that really well, and then sort of the final fight scene between the Puerto Ricans and the Jets. That was really good, really well directed. Making sure that all of them looked really well from the camera point. So I thought West Side Story was gonna win, and again, the only 3 I've actually seen were The Power of the Dog, Licorice Pizza, and West Side Story. And I thought The Power of the Dog was good, but I didn't really see anything unique about the directing style. It was all pretty straightforward with who they were looking at. So I thought West Side Story was more creative with its directing.
I thought Power Dog was pretty creative. I felt trapped in that kind of world, that Western world that she made. So I got really invested in that. But with West Side Story, though, I will agree that it is one of Spielberg's best directed films in the last 7 or 8 years. I definitely. He would have been a good front runner too, but he's gotten 4 Oscars already. I don't think they're not going to give him another one at this point.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg's kind of a giant.
I do think West Side Story was really well directed, particularly the scene at the end, and also spoiler alert, but who cares? But anyways, the scene at the end where Maria, after Tony, yeah, he gets shot, right, and she is angry and she grabs the gun and she's like, I could shoot you too, and you can feel her anger and sadness.
Yeah. Well, that's more her performance.
But still, part of it is directing.
Kind of, yeah.
But like you said, the camera work and how it follows the characters in that scene.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's definitely
too memorable, but yeah.
Yeah, I think more the Jets versus the Puerto Rican scene, the one on the boat,
or even the beginning.
Even the scene, yeah,
when they're following them, when they're running through the alleyways, and
oh my god,
it had great cinematography.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually directing or not, but definitely the dance scene.
That's what I was thinking of, the dance hall, yeah.
Because it was not the dance off, but the school
dance.
No,
yeah, that's what I meant, the dance hall.
Yeah. I think that's directing, because he's telling everyone else what to do in the background.
Yeah, and it was it was Maria and Tony finally seeing each other across the entire gym. There's all these people running in between them, and then they had to hide to sort of, actually meet each other behind the bleachers. So I thought it was a good way to like kind of set up the rest of the film and like what's actually going on, which is this love story where it's kind of a forbidden love story.
Star-crossed lovers.
Yeah, forbidden love story. They kind of have to stay hidden. They have to make sure nobody finds out about them. So they're kind of in hiding, trying to see each other. So I thought it was a really good setup for the theme of the rest of the film. In that scene.
I know this is cinematography, but that scene where Tony goes to like her apartment after they meet the dance, and he's standing on that puddle, and you see all the stars in it, and it looks like he's standing on the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I'm talking? Yeah, that was really cool to look at visually.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and also the like first 10 minutes of the movie, where there was no dialogue, but it set up the entire conflict between the Jets and like the I don't want to keep calling them the Puerto Ricans because I feel like. Was it the Puerto Ricans? Just the Puerto Ricans?
Were they
Sharks?
sharks?
The
Yeah,
The Sharks, that's what they are. Yeah. I forgot their like actual name, the Sharks and the Jets. I just know that they were all like
call them the Puerto Ricans.
I knew they were all like Hispanic. I just didn't know if it was like they were just Puerto Rican or if they were different like kinds of Hispanic, which
no, it was that whole issue of like in that area. I think it was New York.
Yeah.
It could have not been. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the in that time period, having like Hispanic people, Puerto Ricans coming in and moving in to what was historically a white neighborhood, and now there's that conflict because it's not a white neighborhood really anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought it really set up that really well in the first like 10 minutes with, the Jets coming out with that paint running across town.
Oh, that was cool.
Showing that they're not really, well liked around the city. They're kind of a nuisance around the city, and then showing up at the Puerto Rican flag and kind of trying to paint it, and then the Puerto Ricans just having none of it and chasing them around. It just showed the conflict really well. It set up the Jets really well. How they're not really liked around their city. They're just more kind of a nuisance, kind of a gang that everybody kind of sees as trouble. So I thought the first scene was really well, especially with no dialogue, just showing everything. Steven Spielberg is actually a really good director. I like him. He's good. But it actually didn't win. I think The Power of the Dog, right?
It did. So I got a point for that.
Yeah, I'm on 3 points right now. What are you guys on?
That's a good question. I got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
Drew's really good at this, and I'm
1, 3, 5, 6, I think.
Okay. So Drew's really good, I'm terrible, and Chris is kind of in the middle. He's decent at this.
You guys can go on to the next thing. I'm just counting.
Okay.
Alright, next one's documentary.
Chris, this is the one that you actually wanted to talk about.
Okay, so actually, to be fair, the only one I saw out of that was the Summer of Soul, or there's another like a continuation of the name. It's like, or When the Revolution Would Not Be Televised, or something like that. But Summer of Soul, directed by Questlove, who's Jimmy Fallon's band leader on his Tonight Show.
Huh.
Yeah, he's really good. Like, he's a good musician. He's a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. This was his directorial debut, and I'm a big music person. Specifically, I think like 60s, 70s, 80s kind of music, even some older stuff. And so seeing this was basically, I don't know if this is the right way to say this, but I think this is how it was described at one point when they were talking to him. And forgive me if I'm wrong, because I know this might sound bad coming from me, but it was kind of like the quote-unquote, I don't even know if I should say this, Black Woodstock. I don't know if that's not like, I don't know how to say that anyway. It was a lot of black musicians and bands. The audience there was mostly, and
it was more of a culture-centric.
Thank you, that's the right. I didn't know how to say that. I wasn't.
Yeah, it's not really multiple.
Yeah. But that's one of the reasons why it wasn't televised. And so that was a big thing. But you had people like Gladys Knight and the Pips and, Smokey Robinson and all these, these just incredible musicians there performing, and it's such God. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. I recommend it. I think it's on Hulu is where I saw it.
Yeah,
but that one, I got 2 points for that one.
Nice.
Well, I didn't choose Summer Soul for any kid one, so I got 0 points.
Yeah, I actually didn't choose anything for the documentaries because I didn't watch any of the documentaries, which was stupid of me. I could have just
You can give yourself 2 chances.
Yeah, that and then short film for animated. I didn't choose anything, which is stupid of me. But documentary short subject. What did you guys do for that one?
I thought the Queen of Basketball was going to win, and I wanted to win. I didn't see any of them. The Queen of Basketball just sounded like an Oscar movie, and it did win.
You heard it here first, folks. You know, the title can make a movie an Oscar winner. But yeah, did you watch any of the other ones?
I didn't, but I had the same kind of thought process that Drew did. I picked the 2 that sounded the most like, what did you say, like Oscar title?
The best Oscar name.
Yeah, and so I wanted the Queen of Basketball, but I predicted that when we were bullies, because that sounded like a.
True.
But the Queen of Basketball did one, so I did get a point for that.
I thought When We Were Bullies didn't sound like an Oscar winner because it's like, oh, we don't want to be writing about our bullies.
Well, I think it was like them talking about when they used to.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that now, though.
When We Were Bullies?
It's probably on Netflix or something.
Yeah, probably somewhere on there. All right, so next is film editing. Drew, what'd you get?
I wanted Tick Tick Boom to win, but I thought it was going to be Dune.
I wanted Tick Tick Boom to win, and I thought Tick Tick Boom was going to win, so I put it for both.
I put Tick Tick Boom for both, and I did not win.
Dune won, didn't it?
Yeah, Dune was one that won.
Yeah.
One of the 6 Oscars that won.
I like musicals when they like transition songs. Like this movie cuts a lot back and forth for Tick Tick Boom. They cut a lot back and forth between like the stage and him in real life.
Yeah.
So I like it when films do that. And I thought that movie did it very well.
Mm-hmm.
However, with how technically great Dune was, I kind of thought there was no chance that anything else could win besides Dune for that movie, for that category. So
yeah,
I think I was just a little biased in that category because I really enjoyed Tick Tick Boom. Specifically, I'm thinking of that scene when he's in the diner and everything kind of falls down and it's like the walls drop down and it's just that open.
Yeah,
there's a giant stage. Yeah, that was an interesting scene. I did pick Tick Tick Boom too because I thought like a lot of the editing between scenes, like Drew was saying, were interesting because I remember there was one sequence in particular where it was Andrew Garfield and Vanessa Hudgens' characters were sitting on stage on like stools and they were doing this whole musical number where they were doing was it therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing therapy, and so they was cutting between there and a different scene. I forgot exactly.
Yeah, it was him and his girlfriend like arguing.
Yeah, and it played off really well because it was like a point in his life where he was arguing with his girlfriend, but between that and this on-stage performance where he's sort of playing this really happy face and putting on this like mask in front of the audience of trying to be happy. So I thought it was a really cool cut between the 2 scenes, and also the diner scene that you're talking about with the stage where he breaks into song and the entire diner turns into like a musical set. Was another one that was really good. So I thought Tick Tick Boom had a lot of those sort of scenes where it kind of turned into a really creative way of using cuts between different things. So I thought Tick Tick Boom was going to win, and I was wrong.
It was Dune.
Yes, it was. So the next one, the international feature film. What do you think?
I thought it was going to be Drive My Car, but I wanted the worst person in the world to win, even though I didn't see it.
Okay. I haven't seen any of these again, so I figured the only one on there that's a Best Picture nominee is Drive My Car. So I thought Drive My Car was going to win, and I wanted Drive My Car to win. So that was a cheap way for me to get 2 points. So I am... just to keep track, if any of you are keeping track of my little points, it's like 5 points right now. But yeah, that's the only one. I attempted to watch Drive My Car, and it didn't work out.
I had Drive My Car for both. I got 2 points for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like we all got points. I think Drew only got 1 point.
Yeah. Well, did either of you see Drive My Car?
No.
I saw most of it. I haven't finished it.
I tried one morning while Tony was sleeping, but I couldn't keep track. I was falling asleep in his chair.
Yeah. It's a 3-hour long movie, and it didn't get interesting until the last hour, which for a 3-hour long movie is. I mean, I get why a lot of people liked it. I thought it was okay. Not the best thing ever.
Well, that's the only one I saw to those, so I picked it.
Yeah. Well, I heard nothing but great things about The Worst Person in the World, and that was also nominated for Best Screenplay, I think. Yeah, Best Original Screenplay. So I felt like that one would have had a chance too.
Yeah, I definitely interested in watching Drive My Car. That's kind of a lot to ask for the audience as a boring first 2 hours, and then a really interesting last hour. I don't know. I'll have to watch it though to see how it does. Yeah. And let me know if I'm going through these too fast, guys, or if you guys want to revisit any. If you want to
Okay.
Alright, cool. So the next is makeup and hairstyling. Drew, what'd you have?
So the day before we did the list, I initially wanted Cruella to win, but then I saw Eyes of Tammy Faye, and when I saw Eyes of Tammy Faye, I'm like, okay, I want that to win, and I think that's gonna win.
Definitely. I again have not seen many of these. So I wanted the House of Gucci to win, and I thought it was gonna win, just because I saw in the trailer all the hairstyles and stuff like that from the Gucci family, and I thought it looked really interesting. I actually planned on watching the House of Gucci, and I never got around to it. Have you guys seen the House of Gucci?
Yeah, we saw it in theaters.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was it
It was okay. It was okay.
Jared Leto was kind of annoying in it.
Jared Leto was
beautiful.
annoying in
He
every
was-
movie he's in.
He plays what's his name?
No offense,
Paolo Gucci.
He plays Mario.
He plays Mario. He plays. I think his name was Paolo Gucci.
It's because all the other actors, they spent 6 months studying the Italian language and the accent.
And Jared
And
Leto.
then Jared Leto kicks door and says, "I'm gonna make a pizza."
He
It's
just he just does this. Hey, shut up.
It's just
He
the
does have the most nasally voice. He's throwing around his hands.
We've showed this podcast from the Oscars for roasting Jared Leto.
Can you put a clip of him in the podcast? Just like a short clip.
Just a small gif of him going like, "Hey, the pizza," or something.
He can
Come
make it
on!
That's you, yeah.
Just
And what'd you have for makeup and hairstyling?
where is that? I wanted Dune to win, but I predicted the House of Gucci was gonna win.
Who actually won that?
Eyes of Tammy Faye for makeup, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't choose Eyes of Tammy Faye.
No, I know. I realized afterwards I should have.
Because 5 categories ago, you said, "Oh, that was hairstyle was amazing."
I know. I realized that afterwards, and then but they already by the time I realized that they already they won.
Yeah.
I to be fair, I did this the day of the Oscars because I didn't know we were doing this.
Yeah. For setup, me and Drew thought of this idea of doing the game show for the Oscars before we made the video, and we invited Chris over the day of the Oscars, and we had to kind of fill him in on doing it. We were originally going to do this with our friend Joe, but he was unavailable for the Oscar night, and also didn't really fill out the prediction. Didn't have time to fill out the prediction, so we ended up doing Chris instead, and Chris had to fill his out the day before.
You make it sound like you're disappointed that it was me instead of Joe.
No, I don't mind who it is.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Backstory of what it is.
But just real quick, earlier in this, you're probably gonna see it in the video. If you're gonna even include the video of the first half, you're probably not, right?
Probably not.
Then you'll hear it in the audio. I don't know where I mentioned it, or which category, but I talked about how the makeup in the Eyes of Tammy Faye was really good, and especially on Jessica Chastain. But I was just like, and this isn't anything to do with Jessica Chastain. It's the makeup, and I went, God, she's hideous though. And then I'm not saying Jessica Chastain to be clear.
Jessica Chastain in the makeup.
It was just so bad. Oh God.
I think I saw a clip of it during the Oscars, and I was like, "Who the hell was that?" I didn't realize it was Jessica Chastain. She looked so different. I was like, it was weird seeing her in that clip from the movie. But yeah, that's makeup and hairstyling. Next is music, the original score. Drew, what'd you get?
I wanted Encanto, and I thought it was going to be Parallel Mothers.
Oh, she's weird looking. Chris just showed me a video or a picture of Jessica Chastain.
I can send the picture to you. Or you can look at that and put it in.
Maybe, yeah.
This was her next to their actual person though.
Oh, she looks a lot like her though.
Yeah.
For music with the original score, wanted Encanto, and I thought Encanto was going to win.
That's what I said.
That's what you said too?
Yeah.
So we all lost because Dune won.
Yeah, Dune took that one too.
Which, I mean, honestly, like, I like Hans Zimmer, but I thought this was a pretty weak score from him. So I'm kind of surprised that he won.
Yeah. This is true. I don't know, I thought, from what I saw, there was a lot of, like ominous music in the movie. Like, a lot of just sort of ambient, intense sort of music from different scenes. I didn't really see the full movie, so I can't say anything about the rest of it, but I remember from the beginning there was a lot of, like, atmospheric sort of music, and I thought it was interesting. Alright, so next is, this is actually what we might have something to say about.
Original song?
Music, original song. Drew, what'd you think?
I thought it was going to be Encanto dos Oregados. I wanted to be Encanto dos Oregados. But I really wanted it to be We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Damn it, I'm mad.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I had both for Encanto dos Oregados.
Was that the Caterpillar song? Right? Dos Arigato? The two caterpillars?
Yeah, two caterpillars, yeah.
What?
That's what
Dos
that means, two
Arigatos.
caterpillars.
What part was that in?
That's the name of the song, Two Caterpillars, in Spanish.
But what part was that in?
That's the one
That's
she's...
at the
when
end,
they're singing about the what was it, the
when they
the
flash
grandparents?
back to the grandmother, and like the soldiers are like chasing them, and they start singing
Yeah.
that slow guitar song.
Gotcha.
And it's like telling the story of how why the house is the way it is and how they blah blah blah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that was one thing that kind of disappointed me about Encanto, which the song I think is much better in Spanish, but like if I didn't have subtitles on, I wouldn't have understood the connection. Because they didn't show I don't think they showed the subtitles naturally. Because I think they should show the subtitles for that part.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like when you watch Encanto, when they play in the song, it's in Spanish, which is fine. But since I don't speak Spanish, I wasn't understanding what was going on. So I had to put on subtitles. And
it's like in West Side Story how they didn't have subtitles.
But like when I had subtitles, it made the song so much more better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you. A lot of songs are like that, where they'll play it in one language, but they usually put in like the automatic subtitles.
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised they didn't put the subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably assumed that like they, didn't have to put them for some reason, but definitely put the subtitles for any song that's not in English, because some people watch it and they don't know in Spanish. Like I know a little bit of Spanish, and I don't think I remembered what that song was about. Like I didn't even know Dos Arigatos was two caterpillars, so I'm not that Spanish. But I did think that was going to win, and I was surprised that they also didn't do We Don't Talk About Bruno. Yeah, Drew actually brought up a good point. He was, when we were watching it, actually I'll say it after Chris. Chris, what did you do?
I put both of my things for No Time to Die, the Billie Eilish and Phineas.
So you got 2 points.
Yeah.
Drew brought up a good point during the Oscars for this one, was, they decided to perform We Don't Talk About Bruno, but it actually it wasn't even nominated.
No, and they changed the words to like fit the Grammy. What do you call Oscar thing? Yeah. And there's a part where they sing about like Zendaya looking. What did they say? Looking fly or something?
Yeah, she was like right behind Zendaya.
And I was like, what now?
I don't know if that was off the cuff or if she like actually knew she was gonna be next to Zendaya.
No, she probably like.
A bit weird. I don't know, but it was interesting that they decided to perform it, but it wasn't nominated by anybody. But No Time to Die, I've never heard it, but apparently Billie Eilish won all 3, like an Oscar. I think she won a Grammy for it, and she won something else for it. And somebody was saying she won like the hat trick for the song in the movie. I haven't seen the movie.
A ton of Grammys too.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is kind of blowing up right now. I've never actually seen the movie, and I've never actually heard the song, so I didn't know what it was, but I thought Encanto was going to win.
Yeah, I like Billie Eilish. I like a lot of her music, but I actually similar to Hans Zimmer, I didn't really like this song from her. I thought it was pretty weak.
Yeah.
For Billie Eilish song, yeah, but that was like, well, it's a James Bond song. It's probably gonna win. Cause didn't Adele's song win a few years ago?
Skyfall.
Yeah.
Skyfall won. The Skyfall is a really good song.
It is a good song.
And then
who did the one
Skyfall
before her?
Was a really good movie.
Before Adele.
That would have been.
That would Quantum of Solace, whatever that was.
Yeah, that would have been Quantum of Solace. I don't know. That was back in like 2000.
Judi Dench.
2008, 2009.
Judi Dench.
Yeah, Judi Dench.
Judi Dench. Yeah.
Jesus, not the singer.
Good old M.
Yeah. All right. Next is production design. Drew, what do you
I wanted it to be Dune. I thought it was going to be Nightmare Alley because it wasn't really nominated for anything else besides that and Best Picture.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I thought I'd put Nightmare Alley for both. Once again, trying to be greedy and get 2 points off of this category. But I love the production design of Nightmare Alley, so I put it for both.
I put Nightmare Alley both too.
Yeah, Nightmare Alley I thought had a really interesting design with the whole circus and the circus. The hotel was beautiful. The mansion where the crazy guy was at, that was really nice. All the cars, all the old fashioned stuff, like the 1920s set. I thought it was all great.
All like the stage where they had like the electric thing.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, cold and electric thing. Cause it was,
the electric.
It was a prop.
Thing. I mean, all of the sets were nice. Like all the on-stage performances were really nice. And then the pit with the guy and the chicken, that was actually nice.
Yeah, the guy that ate the yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Just having everybody look down on this guy, that was really cool. But yeah, I think all lost. Unless, did you get one for Drew?
I got Dune, yeah.
Okay, so Drew got another point. Also, spoiler alert, I think I'm done with all my points. I think I only got 5. But they're still getting some. Yeah, I only got 5. So I lost, and we should also say now, since we know that I lost, our plan is the loser is gonna have to do something weird for the next video. Not something weird, but like dress up in like a costume or like a mask or something like that. So please leave in the comment what you think it should be. After this, we're going to do the Batman and Morbius video today, so it won't be for that one. That would also be an audio podcast, but the next video podcast would probably be for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I think we're going to try to see that this week sometime.
Yeah, we're going to try to see that on Friday, and hopefully we can record it either this weekend or sometime next week.
Mostly because I want to see it with you guys. I leave for California next week, and on next Saturday, and I'm there for a week, so I won't have time to in between. So I want to see it with you guys before I leave.
Yeah, absolutely, and then we can record our video hopefully before you leave, so that we can edit.
We could try,
yeah.
I do. Just so you know, I did take next Friday off, mostly so I could pack and get ready because I leave Saturday early morning. But so I'm sure I'll have, if I finish packing.
Sounds good.
I'll have time on next Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. We'll talk about that.
Chris is off next Friday if anybody wants to take him out,
I'm going to... What? Like on a date or take me out like a boom boom?
No, not a boom boom. We don't have that many stalkers yet. On a date, man.
So if any of you live in California, don't dox me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, don't dox me, please.
My address
is our first
I'm going to this address.
This is our first video. Don't get us banned, man.
Don't get me killed. Is what I'm more worried about.
You're the one who started talking about your schedule and when you're free. So next will be short film, animated short film. That's up to be edited. Animated short film. What do you think?
I wanted to be Robin. I thought it was going to be Windshield Wiper.
That's what I said too.
I actually didn't choose one for this one too. That's the other one where I made a mistake and didn't choose anything.
Didn't the Windshield Wiper win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of them.
It was okay. Robin's on Netflix. It's like this, like almost reminds me of like those old Christmas stop motion movies. Yeah, it was about a little bird who thinks she's a rat. It's pretty funny. I like it.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out. Me and Anna used to go and see all of the shorts before the Oscars because she loves them, but we didn't get a chance to this year.
When they're streaming?
No. When they do a night at the movie theaters where they'll do like all of the animated shorts or all of the live action shorts.
Yeah.
And they'll do them all. It's basically like sitting down to watch a movie. You get popcorn and stuff. Like you sit down and watch all the shorts. And we did it last year. I think she did it herself the year before. But we wanted to do it this year. We just weren't able to do it because of Tony and a bunch of other stuff.
What theater do they do that at?
Cinema.
Yeah.
Oh, do they? I didn't know.
Although most of them were actually on streaming services and YouTube this year.
Yeah, like Please Hold for the live action one. That's on HBO. I actually watched a little bit of that one. I didn't watch all of it though. But what did you guys think about the animated ones?
I didn't see any of them.
The animated or live action?
Either one. We can go through them at the same time.
I got a point for the animated one because I chose the Windshield Wiper first.
Yeah, I got a point for that one too.
I think I predicted it was going to win, but I wanted Robin.
I think I got... I don't know if I got the live action film right. Which one was it? Do you remember?
The Long Goodbye one.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got it wrong. I did Please Hold.
I want Please Hold to win.
Drew's favorite was the dress. He's just shaking his head no. Because he knows exactly what it's about.
Drew just shook his head in disappointment.
If you don't know what it's about, go see it, and then you'll understand why.
It's about love.
It is about love in a dress.
What are you, like...
I don't know, I'm sorry.
I don't know what he's getting at.
I don't know what you're getting at, man.
No, you said, I think I predicted the long goodbye, but I wanted the dress, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm projecting is what I'm doing.
On to the next one. Sound. What'd you have, Drew?
I wanted Dune to win, and I thought Dune was going to win.
I had both for West Side Story. Although it's not music, it's sound, so I didn't really think about this one through.
I wanted Dune to win, but I predicted West Side Story. So I got a point there.
Yeah, so you guys each got a point for sound?
I got 2 points. Yeah,
Drew got 2 points.
He got 2 points too, right?
No, we got one. I wanted Dune, but I predicted West Side.
Yeah. Alright, visual effects. This is a funny one, because, obviously Dune won. But I had Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings winning. For both. Alright? I thought that little mystical, village that they went to, and all those giant lion things.
The giant dragon.
Yeah, and then all the, what were they, the soul suckers or whatever they're called?
Yeah.
The big flying things that...
Yeah, the big flying things that came out of the wall. Oh, that was cool. And then, obviously, what's this guy's name?
Simu Liu?
No, the actor from the movie.
Yeah, Simu Liu. That played Shang-Chi.
Oh, the actor. The actor that plays the
Ben
actor.
Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
Oh,
His character.
Yeah.
The little creature that runs around with him, I thought was funny.
Oh, yeah.
That thing was okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought Shang-Chi was going to win, and I wanted Shang-Chi to win. What do you think?
I mean, the way Dune looked, it was just spectacular. I thought it was going to be either that or Free Guy.
No. I said this before, so just real quick. So I wanted Spider-Man to win, okay? Listen, I love that movie. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so I have a little bit of a bias in general, but I wanted Spider-Man to win, but I predicted Dune was going to win. And I had said to you guys before that if Free Guy wins it, I was going to lose my shit.
Yeah.
Because I liked Free Guy a lot. I liked it. But seeing it nominated for an Oscar, and I was like, oh my god, if it wins, I'm like...
I mean, yeah, but it is one Oscar, and it was for visual effects. It's not like...
the visual effects were pretty good, actually.
Like, if you got anything more than that, like directing or...
Best Picture.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Taika Waititi, but Best Picture or Best Directing, stuff like that.
Oh, I think he didn't direct it.
No, it was what's his name?
The guy who did the Adam Project.
What's his name again?
Oh, I thought Taika Waititi did. I guess he's just in it.
What the hell is his name?
Yeah, he's just in it.
Yeah, he's just in it. Gotcha. But Disney already greenlit a sequel to Free Guy. Literally, right after it came out, they greenlit a sequel because it did so well on its first weekend.
I can see it. All right. Next are the two writing categories, adapted screenplay and original screenplay. I had Dune for adapted and King Richard for original. What'd you have, Drew?
So for adapted, I wanted Dune to win. I thought it was going to be Power of the Dog.
That's what I said.
For original, I wanted the Worst Person in the World, which is the only one I didn't see on that list. And I thought it was going to be Licorice Pizza.
Yes. My phone just died.
Wait.
But it's okay. The only other category left is Best Picture, and I know what I'm going to do with them.
So, for what should we look at?
The two writing ones.
Yeah, two writing ones.
These ones? Okay. Yep. So, for adapted screenplay, I said I wanted Dune, but I predicted Power of the Dog, so I didn't get any points there, and I didn't get any points on this last one because for original screenplay, but both for King Richard.
Interesting.
Yeah, with adapted screenplay, we were all wrong. Coda won.
Yeah.
No. Did Coda win it? No.
No.
Coda won? Oh, no, I'm thinking Best Picture, sorry.
No.
Yeah. They did win. They did win.
Spoiler. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's been a week, so everybody's seen it. Yeah. So I think I got those both wrong, right? Which one's one?
Oh.
Original screenplay was Belfast. Yeah, it was Kevin Branagh who won.
Yeah,
for Kenneth Branagh, yeah.
Which they pretty much gave that to him because
he's been nominated a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, he's been nominated 8 times. So I feel like they're just like, all right, here you go.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, and now for the big one.
And then we'll talk about the other big one really quickly, right?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about everything else that happened at the Oscars right after. I just want to get through these first.
Yeah.
So last is Best Picture. So I have only seen half of the Best Pictures. So I believe I wanted West Side Story. I really liked West Side Story. So I wanted West Side Story, but I knew obviously King Richard. I thought it was obvious that King Richard was going to win, but I was obviously wrong. What'd you think?
I wanted Dune to win, and I thought it was going to be Power of the Dog.
I wanted King Richard to win, but I thought it was going to be West Side Story. It was Coda.
It was Coda, which is actually interesting because Drew had a good point with the screenplay, right?
Yeah, it won Best Adapted Screenplay, and based on the previous award shows, every time one adapted screenplay ended up winning Best Picture. So I thought the Oscars was going to play it safe and choose Power of the Dog, which they didn't. So
Yeah.
Although Coda is still kind of a safe move for it too, because it's like the most friendly movie they could have chosen.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't sure if King Richard was
friendly
going to take it too.
Friendly in what way?
Like audience friendly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if King Richard was going to take it, because usually what they do is, like, if there's an obvious top two, they'll do, like, the best actor from one and then best picture from the other. So I thought King Richard was going to win, and then obviously Will Smith won best actor. So I didn't know if he was going to win or if King Richard was going to win, but I thought if he wasn't, it was probably going to be West Side Story. It ended up being Coda. I actually haven't seen Coda, so I didn't know. I thought Coda was actually one of those movies that weren't really like talked about, so now that I know that it won, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was really weird. It wasn't talked about up until like 2 or 3 weeks before the Oscars, and like people just kept talking about it and just kept winning.
Exactly, yeah.
So just on the topic of Coda real quick, I had read this somewhere, so Troy Kotzer, who won for, was it leading? Or no, supporting, excuse me. He's definitely in your life, obviously, because whatever, but he is actually a Star Wars alum. He helped create the Tusken Raiders, right?
Oh yeah,
the original they had some form of sign language. It wasn't any real kind of sign language, but he helped to develop the sign language that the Tusken Raiders used in the original Star Wars.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything else you want to say about Coda or any of the Best Picture?
Not really. Like I said, I was expecting the Oscars to go really safe this season with Power of the Dog, because Power of the Dog was nominated like 14 times.
Yeah.
I mean, and it won one Oscar out of the 14. It won for Best Director.
Yeah. Yeah, Power of the Dog was one of those that I didn't think it'd be Oscar nominated, but apparently it was really good. I thought it was like decent. I didn't think it was like crazy.
Power of the Dog, you said?
What?
The Power of the Dog?
Yeah, Power of the Dog. When I watched it, I just thought it was kind of like it was a good old Western movie, but I didn't think it was going to be like a hit at award season, but apparently it was.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the movies I saw last year, I don't even think it was in my top 20.
Yeah.
But knowing the Oscars and how many times they nominated, I was like, oh, they're probably going to give a whole bunch of Power of the Dog, and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, but it was a good movie. All right. Now, Chris, I know you've been waiting for this. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock during the award season.
Are you going to put the clip?
I don't know, man.
I don't think we need to. Everyone's seen it.
We don't need to talk about post-production. We'll leave that to Drew.
No, yeah. And everyone's seen it already, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spend a long time either talking. I just want to...
Well, yeah, we don't have to talk about it a lot. Just like some of the things we've heard, like, Will Smith is apparently getting really punished for it.
Apparently not that punished, because even Michael Bay, because he said they're making another Bad Boys movie.
Yeah, but that's on pause right now.
No, he said it's not. He said it's not because what Michael Bay said is, I don't understand something about to the extent of I don't understand why people are talking about this right now when there's babies being blown up in Ukraine. He said there's more important things going on in the world than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Michael Bay doesn't have... Michael Bay's not the one who can put it back, who can pause it. It's whoever's the publishing company.
Apparently it's not, though. I thought I'd read somewhere.
I don't know, but he's resigned from the Academy. He's probably going to get his Oscar taken away.
I don't think they'll take it away.
No, if Roman Polanski and Harvey Weinstein keep their Oscars.
And
that's fair. Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Roman Polanski had to accept his overseas because he was going to get arrested in the U.S. if he stepped in the U.S.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they gave him a standing ovation, too.
This Will Smith, if he was banned from the Academy, he would be in the company of Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, I think.
Cosby? I don't know.
Bill Cosby was.
I thought it was Roman Polanski.
Mm-hmm.
Some other person, and then it would have been him.
Was Kevin Spacey, maybe?
No.
Yeah.
But someone said, in other words, bad boys for life.
Yeah.
They said that. Someone said, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a shame because, Will Smith, if there's anybody else who's, if there's anybody who's really deserving of their first Oscar, it's definitely Will Smith. He's done great work through the years, and I loved, most of his movies. And I thought he definitely deserved it for King Richard this year. And it just sucks that this one small lapse in judgment just kind of ruined the entire evening for him.
And for everyone else,
and for everyone else. I mean, yeah, except for the media, because everybody's running wild on this thing. But just one small moment just ruined the entire, crowning achievement that he has. So I thought it was just unfortunate.
I think, obviously, he knows what he did was wrong, and I do think that he feels bad. A lot of people said that his apologies probably came from his publicist, but I think that it was probably him. Because I do think he realized that he needs to take accountability for it and not just brush it off or be like, well, he made a joke about my wife, so it doesn't matter.
I feel like the apology came from the publicist, but he probably felt bad for what he did. But
maybe he worked on it with the publicist.
Yeah, he's not just going to put some random thing out so that way everyone can destroy it. They're still destroying it, but they're trying to mitigate the destroyation, if that's a word.
Yeah. The fact that's mentioned real quick that so obviously Chris Rock didn't want to press any charges, because the police did show up and they talked to him and they explained his rights. He said he didn't want to, and then they asked him to leave and he refused to. But the fact that he did that and then he won the Oscar and he got a standing ovation and he went up and he cried.
Well, because he deserved it.
I know he deserved it, but the fact that everyone acted like it didn't just happen.
I think they were more expecting him to say something about it, which he apparently
he did. He said Richard Williams.
Richard
Williams
around it,
was a fierce protector of his family, and he said something about how he's a vessel for love. He wanted to be a vessel for love, and and I said,
I don't know. That was a moment though, definitely a talked about moment this year. It's probably going to be until Oscar season next year.
Somebody had said something about how he's basically the new OJ. Because he's going to be joked about forever now about like that. And I said, I don't think that's a fair comparison. Because OJ probably killed someone. So Will Smith did not kill anyone.
He's probably going to be closer to Mike Tyson. Even then, Mike Tyson bit someone's ear off. Which is worse.
Yeah. I don't know. It was definitely a moment, though. I'm glad Chris Rock is okay. He's definitely come out with a statement saying, listen, when I do come out with my official statement, it's going to be,
funny.
It's going to be funny. It's going to be serious. It's going to be everything I thought during it and all the aftermath.
Going to have a lot to say about it.
Exactly. So I'm just happy that Chris Rock is okay.
He handled it really well.
He did. He didn't come back at him or anything like that. He just kind of handled it and then
he kind of looked to the side for a second to see if anyone was going to come out, and then he just goes. He said, he said, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. He said, that was the greatest night in the history of television.
Yeah, that was a good line.
But you could tell he was really shocked because he kind of went,
Yeah. And then I think he was, he definitely had more jokes in mind when he came out. But
he was like, I'm going to just present.
He was like, man, all those jokes went out the window. He completely forgot about them, or he just didn't feel
Well, no, I think it was just, we just go on, move on.
Yeah, which was the better thing to do. Just move on. Don't keep making jokes. They're all going to come out weird after you just get slapped.
But anyways, any last thoughts on that, Joe or Kevin?
No, I think that's about it for the Will Smith thing. Other than that, though, the entire show was kind of
the host.
Just a weird show. The hosts were weird.
I don't
really care too much for the hosts.
No offense to Amy Schumer, her character. I'm sure she's a nice person. I'm sure she's a fine person. I don't think she's that funny. Really, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not a big Amy Schumer fan.
Yeah, I'm sure. Again, I'm sure she's a fine person. It's nothing about her character. I just don't think she's funny.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know. I don't think.
I know she gets bashed on a lot, so I don't really want to bash on her.
No, I got you. Bash on her where you want, man. This is a podcast, and she's probably not going to hear this one until we get back.
No, I'm just trying to be fair. For people that do like her, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just personally don't. I don't think she's funny.
Yeah, I think I told somebody this. Of the three hosts, I think Regina King is the one who I've seen the most of. That's only because I've seen all the scary movies. I never I don't really pay attention to Amy Schumer or Regina King and Wanda Sparks. I think I've seen
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes, is that her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wanda Sparks.
Yeah, I've seen her in like one or two things before. And
Heaven Almighty.
Yeah, Heaven Almighty. I think she was the skunk in Over the Hedge.
She was.
Yeah, so she was okay in those movies. I didn't really recognize her, but all of the jokes kind of felt weird. Like,
Can
I don't know.
we just mention when they called all those the male
Oh, yeah.
actors up for quote unquote random COVID testing, and then they patted them down, or she patted Jason Momoa down, and he looked really confused and uncomfortable.
No, it was Josh Brolin. Yeah.
It was just
Josh
Brolin. He looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird moment. And then I thought another part that was weird was when they were like, "Oh, guys, we have trying to make fun of movies." They were like, "We have a movie here that was never seen before," trying to make it sound like a big deal. And she goes, "The Last Duel,"
Which was better than more than half of the Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, I'd never seen it, so I didn't know if it was good or not. But I was like,
That was the Matt Damon, Adam Driver.
Yeah, the old
The
medieval sort of movie.
lady from Free Guy was also in it. Jodie
Yeah.
Comer.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to watch it because I was like, Adam Driver is good.
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon's good, and I think who was the lead actor?
The lead. It was kind of both Matt Damon and Adam Driver.
Yeah, I remember there being
Because
somebody else.
the movie's told in 3 stories.
Gotcha. I remember there being somebody else that was interested in watching it before, but I think it was a weird show. But I think all the winners definitely deserved it. Dune definitely deserved all 6 of its Oscars. Will Smith, the best.
I do think he deserved his
supporting
Oscar.
actors. Yeah.
Despite everything.
Yeah, they also said that there was a picture they usually take. It's tradition for the best actor and actress, and then the supporting actor and actresses to take, and they kind of snuffed Will Smith from it.
No, he just went to the after party.
Yeah, they were like, "No, you're not being in this picture." So it was just the supporting, and then Jessica Chastain.
He went and got jiggy with it.
Yeah. But other than that, it was a fun night. We just got to hang out, watch the Oscars. We definitely thought the Will Smith thing was a joke at first.
Oh, because they it happened, but then I think when we realized it was real, but we were all incredibly confused, is when Will Smith was sitting in his seat yelling, but they completely silenced the broadcast.
Yeah, and then Japan sent out the actual.
Yeah, everyone was on Twitter.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Did that actually just happened? What just happened here?" Yeah, but anyway, this was a really good video, guys. Thank you for making this video with us.
How long was that?
It's a pretty damn long video. I don't know. I mean, there's probably parts that we're gonna cut out because of the technical stuff and stuff like that when we're still recording, so that's not accurate. But yeah, thank you for listening in and watching the video. We will put this up as soon as we can so you guys can watch. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment what other types of videos you guys want to see. We're definitely making a few movie reviews soon. Right after this, actually, we're going to record The Batman and Morbius.
That's going to be in one, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be in one movie
Because
review.
it would be too long to do in 2, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I mean, it's going to be long
it'll be
anyway.
long anyways, but I think since it's been so long since The Batman and Morbius is fresher, we can just kind of put them together. Maybe compare the 2. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna record that one now. Thank you for watching again. I know I keep saying that, but please like, share, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.